Right. Let's get it. Well, no, first it'll be better to use this one. To the weekly, we will see that we are trading in this. Well, actually, wait, what is this close here? I don't know why this cross is just not on. This close here is 56.928. This open is 57. Okay, so there's no volume imbalance. So you know that the fair value gap can be drawn from here. So we've got this inefficiency here. Can't this thing just stay on like permanently? Fucking hell, bro. I don't know how I did it on the other one, but I'll have to figure it out. This close is 82.39. This open is 82.32. So there actually is a bit of a volume imbalance down here. So then that's where your gap begins. So this is still a SIBI. We haven't closed past it here. If we drop down to the daily time frame, you can see neither has the daily closed past it. The 4 hour hasn't closed past it. The 1 hour did close past it here. However, then we failed to clear this high, and now it's just been running lower. So because price has also made this inversion fair value gap here, I can mark it like so. You can see how there's been the support over here. Well, depends obviously. Okay, this close 17, this open 17.11. Okay, so there's no volume imbalance there. So you could see, because it's only, if we're using New York time now, it's only 17 minutes past 2, and this and these Asian, oh actually wait, what would I, actually no, London highs here, sorry, this London high and this Asian high. I was looking, so yesterday I wasn't involved here at all. I was looking for price to trade up higher, clear this high, then run lower. However, I was aware of the fact that this high had cleared this one, so there might have just been some play on the in terms of just internal range liquidity, where there must have been a high here, so on the 5 minute, so it just ran up and then it went lower. I was then looking for the Asian lows for just some sort of quick reversal, and if I drop down to the 1 minute, it won't show on this account because the trade wasn't taken on this account. But I screwed myself. Let me, how far must I go back? I wish that I could just go to a specific date, or should I just find the stuff on that other derivative thing? Come on, let's go back. 3rd of May. If it was the 3rd of May, then it has to be somewhere here. Was it though? Okay, mate, let me just find it on TradingView, because now like the whole time thing is just, it's just kind of screwing my head. Just unplug this folder over so I can not struggle like this so much. Okay, wait. Let me just go to the time. It was likely 7 a.m. when I finally took that trade. Fucking hell, this is one slow computer. Alright, finally I found it. If I can just get back to explaining on this screen. This is actually lagging a whole lot less than the TradingView chart. I don't know why. So again, so yesterday I'm looking for this high to get cleared. Price doesn't do so, it runs lower. Then you have this Asian high. Now, this low, as we can see here, is 25.10.465. So if I just this stream over to over here, 25.10.465 is, it's literally, it's there. Wait, let me just make sure that level again. Low is 510, yeah, 465. And then this candle's low is 4500. So mind you, the previous low is 510.65. So if you go to the coordinates, it's 510, okay, 2510.465. All right. And so that's the low. This candlestick's low is 4500 flat. So if you put a trend line here or a horizontal ray there, and then you put, I don't know why it does this shit, 2510.4500. It's the finest of margins. And you really have to be zoomed in if you want to see it. So I didn't see that at all. So this then happens of there's this bullish PPR here. So now the basic rule is that if there's an up close candle with a large down close, with a large bottom wick, that's usually a sign of a lack of, bullish strength. But a top wick, as you know that wicks are gaps, isn't usually a sign of, so basically this would have been, cool, if I were to go long here, this has to be my initial take profit, but then my stop loss of, but if my stop has to be down here, then, the trade in itself just doesn't, like, it doesn't make sense. So what do I do? So I ignore this. So then I think price also came back because I have to note these. There was a volume imbalance over here. So let me just check up on this. Okay, it's still there. Let me remove this. So because of the volume imbalance that was present here, you see it kind of reject here, and it dug down one more time. And I was like, dude, this is your chance to get short. Put your stop loss below here and target this high here. Right? I don't, market runs up higher. Then, so I'm now seeing this high gets taken out. I'm now quite pissed off because I've been not really pissed off. Now I become desperate because I now have the mentality of, I've been waiting for a trade since, 8 o'clock this morning, my time. So I've been sitting now for like up to this point about 6 hours and 15 minutes just waiting for this trade. It was even my justification for not going to the gym because I was like, I don't want to miss the setup. But in hindsight, I could have just gone. So, anyways, this ends up happening. Then I jump to the 5 minute after this high gets taken out. So I'm like, is there? Okay, wait, I have to now go back. 3rd of May. It's 8 o'clock now. And I'm still fighting this fucking flu shit. So then I was like, cool, but there's this SIBI here. You can see how later it gets used magnificently along with this breaker here for very, very nice shorts. But after my loss, I was like, okay, cool, you lost the money, leave it alone. There's no point in, because if I go lose again, then I'm going to be even more irritated. So then we go to the 1 minute. So mind you, just now note that 5 minute SIBI. So now I see that 5 minute SIBI, and okay, let's jump to the same time. 0816. Yeah. What am I doing with the damn? Yeah, so I see that close there, and I'm like, okay, cool, boom. I'm gonna get long as soon as it trades back down into it, with my stop loss below the most recent 1 minute low before price closes past this inefficiency. and I'm looking for this high here because there was a 1 hour unfilled fair value up there. So I'm like, cool too. Oh, that's a decent trade. Which one of my winning trades as of late have I used this model? Not one. The ones that I did miss, I said, if you get a 5 minute, because think of it, right? This candle here confirms a 5 minute, right? But then you still got this whole inefficiency that hasn't been traded into. At least put the longing point at the consequent encroachment, or like I said, put it at the low end of the gap. The stop loss is down there, right? Obviously, allow that bit for your spread and your slippage and leave it. Another rule I also ignored was because that's the 5 minute gap, right? You'd have to be using the OTE area, say from this low down here up to, or at least that high there. That's what you're targeting, right? So in actuality, shit. Um, although I did say that, look, the 786, um, you know, it's a bit deep. It's a bit deep for like most of the pullbacks that I seem to be getting. So I was like, a level that I also quite enjoyed was the 75, right there. So there's the entry, also on a propulsion block. Stops that have allowed for some spread. Where's the 3 off? So that's 2R. There's the 3R point. Now that was the approach that I maybe could have tried to take and be like, okay, cool. Since this candlestick here made this inversion, let's at least just look for this high, but let's allow for as deep a pullback to an OTE area before we get long. But no, I want to go long here. Then I saw this bearish propulsion block closing past this. I saw this low. Price traded back up here. I was down about $3 at that point. So I was like, no, it's fine. Let me just close it. Close it out on this candle actually. And then it just ran up. And then I had a losing day. All right. I mean, like we're moving higher, but like, if it doesn't want to clear this, I'm going to do this one here. So, um, I wait, sorry. I always forget that I only share one screen at a time. So I'll start talking about another one. Meanwhile, so how can I now going forward? How do I ensure that? Wait. If I share this one, then can I just sometimes switch over here and share this tab instead, and then I go here and you see, these niggas do think of everything. So yeah, so the weekly, I want this previous week high of 32,848 to get taken out. Then I want to see this weekly, um, you know, busy get filled, hopefully. If not, just at least a retracement up to this week high. I mean, that's still decent. Then you also got this bit of sell side there and these smooth lows, and agree with me, and this daily imbalance there. Previous week high is also just like a previous day high. The 4 hour would be lovely because then if you could see this, even if we pull back lower a bit now, then only go higher, then 10 o'clock we then clear this. No, not 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock New York time. We then run these highs, use this BSI that might form here as an inversion, trade back up into it, and then really hunt these lows. But on the 1 hour, like here, for example, you can see how, like this here, at some point in time, I would just see this like a sweep here and be like, okay, cool. This is the point where I'm going to go short. But like the one thing that I've had to learn is that, and it's not just, see, this fucking cat keeps sitting on my head, bro. Just as I'm going to move it. And you know, they always say, oh no, cats aren't dirty, cats aren't dirty. This shit is always blue. I never make this hat dirty. Now it's going fucking brown. because of a dirty fucking animal. Now that damn thing must sleep on your bed. Fuck that. So yeah, I would not go short here. The high hasn't been taken out. Look at this large top wick here. If anything, it will sell off just to clear this low down here. That's why even if I did go short, once price takes out this low here, I go break even. I think the best way for me to do things now is 1.5 hour break even, 3 hour close out. That's it. Um, if I really feel as though the trade is going to keep on going, close out 80-90% of the trade. But for example, here it's going to be a bit tough because I think that I'm only allowed to do, is it 1 point? I come on, 1 point, like one lot. You'll see if I try to do 0.5 with this one, 0.5. See how like it doesn't work? If I try and hit buy, nothing. I'm pressing it, but once you then put in one, or let's try 1.5, yeah, you see it and it works. So yeah. But damn, like a nice strategy. I can't even, well, not like a new strategy, but I mean, I'm forever just on the same fucking strategy. I can't even lie. Ah, my days. You see how this one is so laggy, bro. I'm not even gonna try it. Let me just close that trading view shit. You said it's only using like 100 and, oh, because MT5 only uses 23 megs. That's actually quite nice. So sorry, like I was just saying now is like, let's say you believe that the market is going to be going higher and this week close here confirms it, right? Put the entry at the low end of the gap with a very tight stop loss. And then with here where you can see the spread is literally non-existent, that's 1R, 2R. Well, let's just count the points actually. So let's say you get in over there at 28.07. So your stops are what, 700. So one would be 70 cents. So one lot would be 70 cents there. And then if you were looking for, say, a move from there up higher here to its peak, it's two. It's actually 2 points. So that is 2R. Damn, or like damn near 3R. Now I sat on this fucking Zambak, and now it's harder than a fucking rock. Fuck, let me just go get the green one. Shit. Well, there's gasoline here. Sometimes I wonder these. But the one thing I do have to go do today is I have to go to the gym. So I mean, for example, right, like say, had you gone long right here at the low end of the gap, and you see this initial 1.5 or run gets given, stop loss to break even. Let's say, for example, that I saw this run up higher and ignore that the trades high again, and then you get this, um, you know, propulsion block here. Stop loss is above there. That's 1.5, or at that point you break even. So yes, you get stopped at break even here, but that's been my biggest my biggest breakthrough has been identifying when to go to break even, because once you do that, then you're just kind of like, oh well, yo, I just want to see it take that weekly high, man. If it can do so, then we also come back into this 1 hour, also this 1 hour here. This has potential to be a really, really nice trade. So I decided that 3 might be a bit too high. This means that every point is going to be worth $2.50. And on average, my stops are 2 to 3 points. So I'm thinking about 2.5. That way, if it's in 2 points, it's just $5 risk. And then, yeah, so 3 hours 15. We build it up, withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. And then, I can't lie, man. I'm not expecting to get paid my tips for a very good reason. Um, but yeah, if I do get paid my tips, I'll do I'll buy that funded account again from the 5%ers. Just spend the money. Then, yeah, man. Either sit in New York session, wait for a clear trade. Because I've seen like what always fucks me over is that like I, for example, will get so sucked into the candles, right? Say if I'm watching it like this, I'll see, okay, cool. I'll be here trying to. I'll think that if I can just identify as much as possible, it's gonna make me money. So then I'll see this here, and I'll see, okay, cool, inversion, propulsion block here, and I'll think of, okay, cool, a low swept. This is the 1 minute time frame, you motherfucker. What are you even talking about? And then I'd go long here. Boop boop, beep, stop loss gets runs higher. Okay, all right. Bullish BPR here. We've cleared this low as well. Long here. Boop, 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 boop. Shit. Okay, right. And then I'll start thinking, right, but now we've made bearish, not bearish, we've now made an inversion, whatever. I'm now thinking, okay, cool, buys here again. Here ends up, playing out more in my favor. But again, if we're talking about me risking, $5 initially, and this account is at $9.66, and there's commission now. Commissions for this one is going to be about 40 cents for just this right here. Would that then be 40 cents plus a loss? So that's $5.40. $5.40. It's $10.80. And then with this entry here, how likely is it that one would hold till 2R? So you see, so I would be caught in this, and I'm like, I'm looking for my trades here, and this is just seek and destroy it. It's going to print like it's no real inefficiency, because look how much price has been trading through it. Like what was inefficient about this price delivery right here? That's what I learned in an ICT video where he was like how to disqualify all of these, say first presented fair value gaps, etc. So like here during this whole session, yeah, I know there are many like myself in the past who would just absolutely go after it like hell. But like now, you might just see it just absolutely shoot lower for the sole purpose of it wants to clear this low to complete this bearish PPR that it made here. But if it closes above it, and I believe, and if it does so quite strongly, then yeah, let's even use red here, if that even is red. And you might just see it shoot lower into this low, and then eventually run up for that previous week high. Just resting above here. As well here with this whole inversion play, like I was talking about it earlier, it's really just about that 70.5 level, man. I guess here in the case of the 70.6, it got delivered differently. You see how just that there, short stop loss, that's 1.5R. You can just mark out the stuff and but you need to be on the ball of this is where you are just, it's no real, laid back setting about, mucking about, mumbo jumbo bullshit. And at this point in time, 1.5 hour gets hit from going short here off this level. Stop loss to break even. Look how tight the spreads are here. You get stopped out. You get stopped out, motherfucker. Just call it a day. This nose blowing. Yeah, the tables turn, but I'm still sitting out of my bad motherfucker, cause the good die young. Oi, oi! And look at that. Now, everyone who's now seeing bearish market structure shift is gonna go lower. I would want them to get fucked now. Like, where it just jips and just all the way to the moon. Oh, so let's just look at that there. If you're getting in there, and we can look at this OTE level at 230.475, and you're getting out at 2527.376, that is a 3 point move. With this here, that's what, $7 US, and I would have had to risk just less than 1 point. So just say 1 point. So that's a 1 to 3 there that could have been done. So in fact, this then would have had to be increased to about 3.3, which would have seen me make damn near $10. But why can I not participate in this short? Because I need my point of liquidity to get taken out. The whole point of this live stream actually was I was gonna watch an ICT video. Well, it wasn't a video; it was a Twitter space. But I'll find it now. Oof. I'm just use funny stuff at least. That's no, I have to say that's entertaining dream. Uh, yeah, yeah. Now, watch this here. Watch these. Like I said, everyone who's seeing bearish market structure shift now, somebody's going to buy this bullish BPR right here, and they're going to buy this up, and the stops are right below here, and they're going to destroy all of these highs. I, you know, as much as I like MT5, I just wish it was just that bit like that. That those skibbity. It mustn't go skibbity. All right. So that's the whole. So now you've got this bullish change in the state of delivery here as well. They are accumulating your longs here. Everyone who is sorting now can guarantee you, like I was saying, because this low got taken out now, and if you get this inversion, which it did, and this big volume imbalance, you might just see it. Run your stops. Because this sell model technically is over. Like I said here already, once that low gets taken out there, it was all break even, baby. That's all it was, player. Note this volume imbalance and how price rejects this level. Oh, is this a 15-minute? Oh yeah, it's most a new 15-minute candle in new five. All right, all right. Oh no. Again, in no rush, right? Because look, again, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a weekly level to get traded. Means that I want this high swept, and then I know it's not gonna happen just over one day, but I want to see quite a bit of a fast drop. So even if it takes the next hour, like look, yesterday I waited 6 hours just to lose a trade. Um, I don't mind waiting here. So you see how on the weekly time frame, I'm still bearish as I'm looking for that weekly level to get traded to. But Michael was just saying now, when people just say like, "Oh, what's your bias?" and he's like, "I might be bullish for the next 10 minutes, for example." I am currently bullish for the next 5 minutes because I'm waiting for this high to get taken out. Or and what would believe me or what would make me think different was if for example, this midpoint here of this inversion fair value gap here, if that got traded past, but so he was like, what is the time frame in which you are bullish or bearish? Is it the 10 minute? Are you looking just at the hourly? It's like you've got to make it clear. And that the more I see it here, it's like just you can't you can't bullshit the market. And that's what's hilarious. Like I could have just I could just wake up every morning at like 1 o'clock and just say, "Cool, I'm just gonna buy. I'm just gonna buy, and I risk $100. I'm just gonna buy." And one of those days, some shit's gonna stick, right? Or like that thing of, "Oh my days, this is actually this is." I am proud to admit this because it shows growth. I would, along with my brother, we got the signal provider. It's these guys from SA. And you see the bit of money they have, you don't realize how rigged the game can be when it comes to brokers. Do you think that to an extent faking results is illegal? But there's many, you know, there's a whole lot of fine print that fucks over people who are uninformed. But yeah, long story short, I also I wouldn't want to see this up close candle, which was meant to be a bearish propulsion block. I don't want to see its. I hate when it keeps fucking jumping the damn screen. You don't want to see, well, even the body, but let's just say you see how we're still within this here. You wouldn't want to see price close past that low because if you close past that low here, we're also violating this volume imbalance, and then that's then two PD arrays, and then once we close past the third, which would be this inversion, all the OQs that I want into long here, you probably just be like, okay, cool. Because mind you, while you're here, the stop loss can't go to break even because that high hasn't been traded past. So you're going to see that 1R, 1.3R just come and get smashed and be in drawdown. But as long as you don't get a close that violates these PD arrays, you've got to remain optimistic. Um, Additionally, what I wanted to also just, now I see now this whole thing kind of, just, took my mind off of things. Um, Um, so yeah, now not just yet. It is allowed to do this and still dump all the way down and stop you out because stop loss is not allowed to go to break even. Like I said, this high, not sorry, this one here. That one needs to be traded past immediately. I could just imagine those, like I said, all the Okies who saw this market structure shift. You know, like the things I'd see of, oh, we've broken the low of this high and there's a fair value gap and an upclose candle. Let's go short, just to short here. And then immediately going to draw down. Fuck, that was hell. Um, yeah, and also this, technically this Bessie low. Well, I fuck, actually that's not the Bessie low. This is the Bessie low. So I guess your stop loss can get trimmed that little. Um, what do you call it? There's that at point 0.5 points or whatever the fuck he was. Yo, okay, maybe let me zoom out so this whole screen shifting shit doesn't piss me off as much. You would want your stop loss at this low here because technically, because the second candle made an inversion and then you get this busy formed here. This is meant to be one big breakaway gap, but as you can see, traded into it right here already. So, because sorry, I was about to actually just focus on this right here, and then I was like, um, wait, but there's a volume imbalance here and there's one there, so that isn't. So this small rectangle is not the gap; it's the whole damn thing. I could love you better. Like I was saying, now imagine the amount of times where I would have entered here, right? And because I see how close price is to my point of being break even, I went break even and it runs, just taps it and shoots back up. And I just be here punching the fucking table. Why doesn't this want to work? Whoa. It's meant to be difficult, dude. If this stuff was easy, everyone would want to be doing this. Damn, winter is coming and it's going to be fucking cold. I can love you better. Hey, sorry, I was sending messages elsewhere. Okay, cool. So now of those longs here now that stop loss can go to break even. Because now what you must also think about if wanting to go short now, right? It's 5 minutes before the new hourly candle. You notice how before price always sells up, it's going to clear that previous hourly high here. Over here, it doesn't clear. It doesn't clear that previously hourly high. So I can't fucking speak. Something burnt my tongue a few days ago. I think it was the fucking tea I had or some shit, bro. So you see here on this sell-off here, where when we don't clear that previous hourly high, that it's not really as deep a sell-off. And then over here we do, and then much more. And then again, here, I mean, it does clear this one, but again, I was looking for that one. I think this here was honestly just meant to trap people, for everyone who was like desperate to like buy and had their stops below here. It was just one big fuck you from the market. So, you know, it is respectable. It is respectable, my friend. I wonder if it's clear that high now. You see the high again was 32,848. Let me just note it here. Previous week high at 253,848. And then, yeah. First target has got to be this 1 hour pre-market low here, and this inefficiency. That is gonna be nice there, lads. It's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be a bit of a dirty, naughty trade. Oi, lad. Mm. Now, partners, don't get sucked into these things. So if this was the first drive higher, imagine it was this one and then this one. I want to see one more drive higher for. I think they call it what, the three divers pattern, or the three dovers. I don't know. Macarena. I'm on Telegram now, speaking to is a lady, and I'm just like, and then I just lose focus for a bit, and I miss my trade. I could love you better. Shit. Motherfucker. This high is 31,809. He said, looking for. Aye, fuck it. 32. 848, partner. Just gotta wait, man. There's nothing else I can do here. Just a reminder, right? If the market got that close to, like buy side, and it starts dumping lower, what do you think it's doing? Right. Sometimes, yes, it's annoying because like yesterday you missed the whole sell off because you're still waiting for that buy side to get taken. Um, Damn. This thing is losing battery like a motherfucker, bro. Like there's literally the deriv thing open, like there's the web terminal thing, there's YouTube live streaming, and then Telegram. It's fine there. Right now, again, I'm not gonna keep repeating that. I'm just waiting for that previous week high to get taken. So whoever is seeing like perfect sell models here, I mean, like if you want to go for it, but I wouldn't. Maybe you see the brightness is also insanely high. There's a very good reason, partner. See how here it's choosing to maybe even come back and do whatever down here. That's why, man. This is exactly the reason why I stay out until, well, what is clear is clear. Well, let me just zoom out because this screen jumping shit is driving me up the wall. Look at it go. Where's that 1 hour busy high again? It is, so this candlestick's low is 24,734. Around line 734. So 24,734 is, you see it fucking jumps and then the damn motherfucker. No, it hasn't traded to it yet. It's fine. I'm starting to think I know who you are. Pills get popped as your love gets on. You just sit and watch as I'm breathing on. I can't breathe on. I think it's this low. Yeah, it is this low. The pain involved. Off-white on a G-Phaso. Her love's dead, think it needs a halo. I'm in my head, damn it, I think too much. Now I'm getting too strained on the bankroll. Bro says if you wanna leave, I should let go. Not saying you should leave it going, but let's go. I don't wanna let go. Go from 734. Bullish PPR after trading into a 1 hour PC. If it trades back down here, then you get that longing opportunity into that previous week high. This would be, if there were any longs that I would take, I think this would be the best available option, but only after it could come into this level. If not, fuck it, dude. I don't give a shit. But then again, I cannot go long for the sake of the weekly buy side. Yeah, get to the chopper. Oh, but I want to do it so bad, but it's fine. Oh, now I gotta deal with this rain again, the same rain that you may go away. Now, this wick here, obviously, if I put this fib tool, it's gonna be so much. Let's just take off everything else quickly. 62, 38, 79. Just right, that's it. Now, if you look at it, you got to monitor it because now, how will price treat this wick? Boom, and that's your long. That's the long position. That's the only long that I'd ever take here. Must I do it? I'm so fucking tempted to just buy, just to ride it up here and then go break even and see what happens. But if okay, I will see moves that are not my moves, and I will leave it alone. Yo, this shit niggas do. Oh shit. Crazy, bro. So if you're long there, your point of break even is here. And obviously you would want to be holding uh, until the previous day high of 32,848, which is there. Ah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, fuck. Ah, for fuck's sake, for fuck's sake. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? No, I didn't mean to fucking sell, dude. I was literally just motherfucker. Why didn't hit the damn buy button? Asshole. Let me want some chicken, bro. I'm fucking hungry. All I want is chicken. 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 All right, nothing much. I fucking said it. I fucking said it again and again So that long now, I guess, would have to be break even. Shit, let me move this bit so I can eat. The hero guy like eating in the morning. It's not fucking cereal and all that shit. I actually don't mind like cornflakes at night. Well, not cornflakes, but like say granola or whatever, or just like a snack sometime in the day. But like in the morning, bro, I'm just craving chicken, bro. Oh, this time around, I made some damn nice chicken. I should go buy some potatoes. Mm-hmm. Remember earlier? What the fuck? Mm. I, but I spoke about this week. See how once you close the pivot here, sensational. Mm. So the benefits of moving out from home, well, still 20 years old. Um, for the most part, I can eat what I want. Um, I really only have to spend money on food for myself. Yes, because I stay with someone, like most things, like we're both going to use the milk. We're both going to, if you get Bretons, we're both going to eat Bretons and cereal and pasta and chicken. So, like those things you split. But like whenever you want to say just buy yourself something nice, like it's just, it's yours. Like, you know, the good part is also living with somebody who you've been friends with for a while. But also, like, you've got to live with someone where you guys don't like bullshit each other, if that makes sense. Because, like, if you're both just honest with each other, then yeah. Like, if you have a friend, so you guys want to move in together, and you guys can tell each other, like, cool, like, it's time to clean up. We need to keep this neat, can't throw crazy parties. You need to be respectful of neighbors. Can't make like if you don't even have to like tell each other these things because you both share the same kind of mindset of like we can fuck around, but there needs to be a limit. That's cool. Mm. So I guess like from my side, those are along the main benefits. Just also I guess freedom, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Um, just like bad stuff is it's easy to just slack about. It's easy to get into like a binge drinking spree or long story short, oh, my sword. Long story short, it's easier to just go on benders. And benders aren't as people always describe it. A bender can be one just choosing to stay in bed, say watch a bunch of series, watch YouTube, you want to jerk off, if I can jerk off. And see, break-even point would almost get hit. Uh, you know, eat a bunch of shit. Uh, chewing some vegetable shit that I just did not like. Tasted like ass, bro. Yeah, these longs would have been a break-even trade, yeah. So yeah, some benders are going to be, for example, you wake up, have 2 3 beers, or say 2 beers. If you're working that day, you still get to work. I mean, you're still functional. You got to get the studying done. You do it again, but you're doing this for like bedtime, and then come nighttime, you're getting hammered at night. So when you wake up, you need the beer to kind of balance out the alcohol levels. And I'm still functional, so I can still work, and I can still get things done, but I'm doing damage like long term. Um, then there's the kind of just I also call this a bender. Like when I was watching Yellowstone for a bit, just fucking just lazing around, dude. Like you know, you know, I didn't even read one fucking book this year in 4 months. I haven't been able to read one book. It's kind of sad. Look at the 5 minute to see. Bye. Fuck's sake. Is there some sort of inversion that's been made? Yeah. This candlestick's low is 29,860. Look at the 1 minute. Was anything close past 29,860? That's 29,603. This is open 29,20. Okay, no. Yeah, let's see. Come on, Poppy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Finally, this is the great push up. Try me if you want. It's going to get wild. Yeehaw. Up. Ah, dork. Absolute fucking dork. Bon appetit, motherfuckers. Ay. Aha. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna have to stop the stream and let this laptop regain some battery health. Because Yeah, it's just not coping. So you're on the charger, but you're still dropping 10%. It's funny that Michael actually had a trade like this week, I think, on Nasdaq, where he was talking about when you have this fair value gap in the form of like this bullish DPR, your stop loss is supposed to go at consequent encroachment, because if the market is to continue higher, it shouldn't go, it shouldn't trade past it. And if you were to use this, for example, here, that would have been quite a neat stop loss here. That long there, stop loss. That's a bullet of a fucking trade. Apparently, it's part of his Venom series. Right, I'll just stop this live stream and then give this thing like the next 20 minutes or so to charge, and then you see what it says. I was still committed to finding my shorts today. We'll see.